by CIBM Bank.
For about the last 18 hours, it's been nothing but rain here across central Illinois. But right at this moment, things are finally starting to clear up. Just a few showers out there towards the east at places like Danville and Gibson City, which we have up there on the Flooring America INET cam here early this evening. Take a look at those winds. You can see right where that front's cutting through. Got northwest winds up here towards the northwest, and still have that southeastern wind down there to the south, ranging anywhere between about 5 and even all the way up to 20 miles an hour. Looking ahead to the rest of the forecast tonight, still dealing with a few showers here throughout the night tonight and cloudy skies throughout. That front's going to keep things cool, though, looking at those lows in the middle 40s. And again, showers not done yet. Still seeing a few creeping around here tonight, mainly just scattered here tonight. Not quite as widespread as what we saw here today. Take a look at what's ahead. That sun returns tomorrow. Going to be a clear night tomorrow night. It's going to make it a bit chillier. Been dry a lot here lately. Had a nice rainy day. Any more rain coming up here in the forecast? We'll let you know here as WCI 3 News at 5 o'clock starts right now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
This is a kind of a triple storm here that we're facing.
COVID, influenza, and RSV. Doctors warn all three viruses could spike this winter. Good evening. I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The viruses have similar symptoms, so a U of I affiliated company wants to make the testing process quicker. WCIA 3 Scarlett O'Hara is live in our newsroom now. And Scarlett, they designed a PCR test that screens for all three at once.
It's just like the original COVID-19 saliva-based PCR test kit. I spoke with David Clark, the CEO of Shield T3, and he says people can get their results in 24 hours or less, but it's not available everywhere yet. Shield T3 is offering the test to universities, K-12 schools, and private employers. Clark says flu season started early this year, adding to concerns about COVID variants and RSV. All three cause symptoms like fevers, coughs, and congestion. So the company says quick identification is important. Clark says they're always working on expanding their testing capabilities even further.
In terms of being able to offer test to test for more respiratory conditions, more viral conditions as we move forward. And I think that testing will get better around variants as we go forward also.
He says after collecting a saliva sample, they run the test once to detect COVID and a second time to screen for the flu and RSV. And knowing which one you have is important so you can seek the right medical advice. And the company is offering the new test kit for $70 right now, but Clark says they're hoping to lower the cost over time. The original COVID PCR costs $35. Reporting live in the newsroom, Scarlett O'Hara, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Scarlett, thank you. Planned Parenthood of Illinois says they are seeing a historic surge in out-of-state patients. Today, they unveiled their expansion of their Champaign Health Center that will help meet demand. The several million-dollar renovation included a new floor, procedure rooms, ultrasound rooms, a recovery room, and more. They say it doubled capacity for in-clinic abortion care in central Illinois. In June, the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, triggering abortion bans or restrictions in some states. The list includes neighboring Indiana, where Planned Parenthood says 11% of abortion patients in Champaign come from.
We see patients who must flee their own communities to access basic health care or are forced to carry a pregnancy against their will.
Welch says Planned Parenthood has been preparing since 2016 to expand several facilities, including the one in Champaign. A homeowner is grateful to a quick-thinking neighbor today. A house near 3rd Street and Beardsley Avenue was on fire this morning. Firefighters battled smoke and flames. They also saw the homeowner standing outside on crutches. A neighbor heard him yelling. That's when he jumped into action and helped the person get away from the house.
I carried him across the street, sat him down, and tried to get away from the house just in case something had happened so wouldn't nobody get hurt. So made sure there wasn't nobody else in the house, and he said it wasn't nobody in there. So.
Officials say the attic suffered the most damage. No one was hurt. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. From your local election headquarters now, a sitting Illinois Supreme Court justice is in a heated race for re-election in the northern part of the state. Justice Michael Burke is running against appellate judge Mary O'Brien. The two were part of a candidate forum with the Appellate Lawyers Association today. When asked about their top priorities for the court if elected, the two candidates actually agreed.
The most pressing concern is the implementation of the no cash bail provisions, the bail provisions of the Safety Act.
The likelihood of having, this new Pretrial Fairness Act take place, that's going to be a tremendous responsibility for the court. Making sure that that is done correctly is certainly a priority.
The two Supreme Court races have drawn a lot of statewide attention as Republicans see the seats as a way to hold power in Springfield. Democrats fear losing the seats could lead to major changes in Illinois law. High school students from across central Illinois got a lesson in politics today in Springfield. The students came up with their own policies, debated them in mock committees, and heard from top Illinois politicians and advocates. The students there were all interested in working in state government, and the event only reinforced those plans.
All the kids in here are brilliant. Just from hearing people talk, I can definitely tell that I'm in a room full of people who have great ideas. And then hearing from people who are such key players, it's really just a brewing ground to build a passion for state politics.
Speakers included former Governor Jim Edgar and CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Central Illinois, Tiffany Mathis. Here are some stories making national headlines today. We now know more about yesterday's school shooting in St. Louis, where a teacher and student died and 7 others were hurt. Police say the 19-year-old gunman graduated from the school last year. They say he was armed with an AR-15 style rifle and had more than 600 rounds of ammunition. He left a note at the scene saying he had no friends, no family, no girlfriend, and a life of isolation, calling it the perfect storm for a mass shooter. Police killed him at the scene. WNBA star Brittany Griner lost her appeal in a Moscow court today to overturn her 9-year prison sentence. She had hoped problems with the investigation into her case would reduce her time behind bars. Her lawyer said her sentence on drug charges was unfair and unjustified under Russian law. Griner can still appeal the verdict all the way to Russia's Supreme Court. And Adidas is the latest company to cut ties with Kanye West over his recent anti-Semitic comments. He recently made a series of hateful and threatening remarks, including he would go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. His talent agency has dropped him, and Gap has removed all of his products from their stores. It's not every day students raise money for their custodian. What he was able to buy with their help and his surprise for them. Plus this.
We know 40 million people are counting on us to fight for them, and we're going to continue to fight for them.
The student loan forgiveness plan has been put on pause, but find out who else might get relief.